Morning. Question. When's the last time you were in a school library? Chances are things have changed a lot since you were there. For example, you probably didn't have a computer. One thing that has not changed is the impact that teachers make on a student's life. Teachers like Melissa Womack at Ridge Point High School in Fort Bend ISD. We're about to surprise her with the Randalls Red Apple Award live in her classroom. But before we do, let's hear that bell. That's the sound that says great day and class start now.
Your city, your stories. Celebrating the people and places that make Houston shine. It's Great Day Houston. And now, here's your host, Deborah Duncan.
Good morning and welcome to Great Day Houston. Before we surprise Miss Womack with the Randalls Red Apple Award, I want to talk to two people who know her best. One of them actually nominated her, Alexopoulos. That's a good Greek name, right? You are the vice principal here at Ridge Point High School. Why did you decide to nominate her?
When I see all of the work that Melissa Womack does with all of our students, not just the students in her class, but all of our students in our school, and the impact that she makes, it's truly incredible.
Yeah, she's over what's called the AVID program. For those who don't know what that is, explain that.
Stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and it is a class that is geared towards students that are wanting to go to college, but they might have something that might impede them from being able to reach that goal. And so they have to interview for it. This is not always the top students, it's the middle road kids that might not get that extra help.
That fall between the cracks.
Yes,
yeah. So
absolutely.
Everything from even going taking tours of a college campus to see what it even looks like, to how to put together an essay and things to do to look more attractive when you're applying to college. And boy, has she been successful. Dr. Jackson, you are the principal here.
Yes, ma'am. We are so proud of Miss Womack. So I actually had the honor of hiring her back in 2018, and to see her grow the program and the opportunities she's presented. So when we talk about a great day here at Ridge Point High School, we mean equity and access to opportunities to be great. And just last week, Miss Womack confirmed that all 70 of our seniors have been accepted into 4-year universities.
Wow.
Now, if that's not equity and access to an opportunity to be great, I don't know what is.
Yeah, because there are plenty of cases where a child may have been lost and decided to do what was right in front of them versus have the ability to think that they can go beyond. And you have an example of that.
Yes, we do. We have a young man who actually last year in his junior year was thinking he would not go to college, right? There are just some barriers in his path. He has a family member who's ill, and he was like, I'll just stay here and I'll just work. But it was Miss Womack and the AVID program that convinced him that he could go to school and stay here and support his family. And he'll be going to school, and he has scholarships, and he'll also be close to his family. And that's the American dream. That's what education is for.
That's what makes for a great day. But you know what can make it even a greater day? When we surprise her with the Randalls Red Apple Award. Let's go do it. Hello, Miss Womack.
Hi, you're Deborah Duncan.
Oh, well, there goes the surprise. Yes, I am. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Sorry to interrupt. Actually, I'm not sorry to interrupt because I want to let you know that you are the winner of this month's Randalls Red Apple Award.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Of course, your principal is here and your vice principal who nominated you. And so I want to ask you. Oh,
sorry. Thank you. That's so sweet of you guys. Y'all are the best.
Well, you say it's sweet of us. They say it's something that's well deserved. You know, when you decide to be a teacher, you think, traditionally you're teaching a class, but what you do is something different. How did you come across AVID, and what makes this so important to you?
So I learned about AVID my second year as a teacher. I was 24 years old, fresh out of college, and my principal at the time came to me and said, we want you to be an AVID coordinator. I was like, what is that? And so I went through all the training, and it captured my heart. It changes lives. It's college and career readiness. It gives the kids all the skills that they need to be successful in the classroom and beyond, and it builds that family. And so building a family with my students is really important to me, and making sure that they're successful, celebrating their successes with them, and just being that support and family for them.
And also understanding that there's so much that your education can do. You can have the most solid foundation on your education, but if you don't know how to access that next step.
Absolutely, yes. So we spend so much time knowing how to locate resources and use those resources to empower our kids to go on to that next level and be successful when they're there. And so that's just the beauty of the way the program is built. And then we've been able to take it school-wide, so it's not only the AVID kids that are in my class, but it's also the kids that are in our entire building that are getting those skills through our admin, who is pushing AVID strategies throughout the entire building so that all kids get to benefit from these strategies and resources.
All right, I want you to hear now from our sponsor, Christy Latta with Randalls.
Hi, Mrs. Womack. You are truly fueling the future in such a positive way. 100% of your students accepted to a four-year college. Oh, yeah. We just want to say thank you for everything you're doing in our shared communities and congratulate you on winning the Randalls Red Apple Award. So it comes with this beautiful plaque and this apple, which will never spoil. Now it's a bit heavy.
I'm shaky, I'm a little shaky.
And it also comes with $350 for your classroom. So congratulations, very well deserved.
And I just wanted to say thank you so much for encouraging so many of the kids in your program to try to go to the University of Texas at Austin.
Well, I'm an Aggie, so
I know.
But you can't be biased when you're an AVID teacher. You got to promote them all. So.
Just getting them there. And let me end with, some of those kids may go into education. What do you have to say to someone who's trying to determine what major they'll go into and what career they'll go into to think about education?
I am really super passionate about that. I tell my kids all the time that we're training them to be young little educators and help each other and support each other. I love my job. I love that it's not the same thing every day. There's no monotony when it comes to teaching. We always walk home with stories, with amazing things that are happening in our classroom. And so if you want a job that's not boring, that you're changing lives, this is the place to be. I had a kid one time, I asked him, if you could be anything, what would you be? And he said, I really want to be a motivational speaker. I said, what do you think I do every day? So I always encourage kids to go into education. It's life-changing and it's super rewarding.
So. All right, let's give it up for Ms. Womack. Where would you like to go after high school, and how has Ms. Womack helped you?
I would like to go to LSU to pursue sports administration and work in the NFL. Ms. Womack has helped me out a lot. She's been here 3 days where I've cried, not knowing what I wanted to do, and she's motivated me to keep going.
Where would you like to go after high school, and how have you been helped through the AVID program?
I would like to go to Prairie View A&M University and to pursue business management. And Ms. Womack has helped me by always motivating me that I can always, if I'm not sure about something, it's okay, and that I just have to keep going at what I'm trying to do.
What would you like to do after high school?
After high school, I would love to go to UT Austin to pursue medicine and future my career.
All right. Okay, let's say hook 'em horns together. Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns.
I'm making so many people mad right now. If you know an outstanding educator like Mrs. Womack and would like to nominate them, go to khou.com/Red Apple Award, and we might just crash their class to surprise them as well.